everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I am going to put together a wedding card for you. Now I've done a lot of the prep work so that it will go together very quickly, but I want to show you what I used in doing that prep work. So the first thing that I used was this Cuttlebug embossing folder, and it's in the script pattern, and we'll talk about it when we make the card, but the script actually runs across like that, and I'm going to be turning the card this way, but I don't think it's going to matter for the card. I think it's just that raised background that'll make it look nice. Then I have two different sets of thin cuts from Close to My Heart that I'm using. I'm using the basic Hearts thin cut set, and I'm using the Love die also from the thin cut set. And then I am using the Tim Holtz Ideology Metallic Jewels paper. I know this is relatively new. He originally had silver and gold, which I have not purchased, but then a month or so ago he came out with this metallic jewels. He also came out with metallic confections, and then there's another one that has a rose gold in it. So today I'm using the metallic jewels, and it may seem like kind of an odd color to use for a wedding card, but I'm actually using this bright orange in there. Now, as you can see with the camera, it has a little trouble focusing there, but there is a lot of sparkle and shine on this paper, and I have to tell you, it cuts beautifully in the die cut machine as well. And I've already done that part off camera. So I have a white daisy card base here from Close to My Heart, and I cut a piece of the metallic cardstock to put on the base. Now, had I been thinking a little bit more clearly, what I should have done is cut some of the shapes out of the middle of this, because most of this is going to be covered up. So that's just kind of a quick tip. If you're using a nice piece of paper and most of it's going to be cut with something or covered with something over the top, you can go ahead and die cut out of the middle of that and you have less waste. But I thought of that too late because I wasn't planning on using this paper. So this cardstock has a craft base to it, and so that's what you're seeing there is the craft. I don't know that I would really like this card on craft paper. It would probably be fine, but I just like the contrast of the card on the white. So again, we're going to put some adhesive down on there, and I'm going to line it up. Now, I barely have an edge around the card, so I have to be careful how I'm lining it up, because there's about a 1/16 of an inch all the way around, because I really wanted to have that orange pop. So then I took my Cuttlebug piece and I cut it a lot smaller so that you could see the orange edge around there. And I forgot to measure what size I cut it, so let's just pull out this ruler. It's about 5 inches wide by about 3 5/8 the other direction. So now, because this is embossed, I want to use even more adhesive than I typically would use, because you want to make sure that that isn't going to go anywhere, and you're dealing with the back side of an embossed sheet. So I'm using lots of adhesive to keep that down. So this die that I used for the love is a little bit too wide to go across the card to make a card in this configuration. So that's why I'm doing it sideways. That doesn't bother me because, again, I don't think it will matter by the time you get everything on there. So the love is right here. I've just run that through the Cuttlebug. And there's a couple things I could do with it. I could make it, you know, be kind of straight like that. But I think what I'm going to do is going to put it on an angle. But it's a delicate enough die that I really wanted that Xyron so that it would stick really well, especially to cover over the embossing of the white mat. But I also didn't want to have to mess with trying to use glossy accents or scotch or anything on that. So I've just kind of put that at an angle just like that, and then I took that heart die set, and I have kind of a medium heart here, and I am just going to put that kind of at an angle right underneath it. Now, often I will finish off the inside of my card, but this time I decided to, on the inside, just do something very simple. And I have another heart that I cut, and I am just going to put that right down here at the bottom, and that's all I'm going to do with it. Then I'll have plenty of room to write what I want to write to the person receiving the card, and I finished the card. How simple was that? Very simple, but yet with all that sparkle and shine, it still looks like you cared enough to make it handmade. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.